What was your treatment before the workbook?
Before the workbook, I used topical finasteride, minoxidil, and microneedling also, on and off, and I saw pretty good results until I didn't anymore. As I started having problems with my stomach and with my gut, and I started losing a lot of hair. Maybe for 7-8 months, I tried changing to oral finasteride. I tried upping the dose on minoxidil. I stopped microneedling. I stopped ketoconazole that I also used, and nothing worked. I started losing more and more and more, and then I read your book. That was a lot of information about that it's not only the scalp and the hair, that's inflammation and gut health, and I focused a lot on my gut, and I started getting better, and the shedding has decreased almost everything, but I still have itch, and it's not completely growing back yet, but it's a huge difference. I'm almost completely healthy with my gut now, and it's much better with my scalp also than before.
Right. And what kind of problems did you have in your scalp before the workbook? Like, what was happening in your scalp before the workbook?
It started with a lot of itching, a lot of redness, a lot of shedding, and stress after. I became really stressed, even more stressed than before, because I started realizing something is wrong, because I should not shed the amount that I was shedding.
And how many hairs did you shed on the daily basis before you started to address the online problems?
Maybe like 10 maximum, but all of a sudden I was shedding like 50, 60 hairs at the minimum.
Right. And how did you notice that shedding? Like, did you notice it in the shower when you wash your hair, or was it like more like when you come?
Yeah, in the shower, just running through my hand from my hair, or drying the hair with my towel. I realized the towel was full of hair. In the sink, you know the story, everywhere.
Right, I see. All right. On that, basically, you did try multiple treatments, nothing was working, and then you started with a workbook and started to implement steps in terms of your gut health, right? Diet, I assume, on your scalp health, and it did help you to address those issues. Is it correct?
It's correct. It helped me to get a lot of much healthier overall. And a side effect of that is also the scalp that is better.
Right. All right. And in terms of the steps in the workbook, how long you have been following them?
Since summer, so maybe 5 months now. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got it. All right. So you have been addressing online problems for 5 months, and now challenges you are having, like your hair shedding is stable, but you still have some itchiness in your scalp, right?
Yes, I still have some itch and irritation also. Yeah.
All right. And that itch, is it like a spot itch, or is it itch on all over the scalp?
No, it's strange. It's like half of the head, more like a spot itch. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And is it in the thinning areas, or is it also in random areas?
No, in the thinning areas.
Yeah. Okay, thinning areas then. All right. So what I would suggest to address it, like I mentioned in the workbook as well, that you need to have a microscope, right? Because a microscope could help you to see what is happening in your scalp. Have you been using a microscope?
No.
Okay. I would suggest getting a microscope, because a microscope could show what is the problem. I would assume that problem is more DHT related, like a DHT microinflammatory related issue, and you would likely see redness around your follicles if you look in the microscope. And that is something that can cause, for example, that you would have itchiness in those spots that are balding, like the spots that are having thinning. And to address it, you can focus on step 7 on the spot area, like a microinflammatory itchiness. That could be first step you could try. Like your scalp itself, like scalp environment itself, like is it in a balance, or you just feel that it is on dry side or oily side?
I must say that it feels a little bit on the dry side. I feel like tightness.
Tiredness, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So in that case, like, have you tried to apply any like a topicals for moisturizing your scalp or hydrate your scalp in terms of your scalp situation right now?
Yes, I tried some coconut oil. Yeah.
Did you try moisturizers in the workbook?
Yes, I tried the oatmeal.
Oatmeal is not a moisturizer. It is more for if you have, for example, inflammatory problem. Like, what I would suggest is to try moisturizers in the scalp, like in the workbook first, because it sounds like you have 2 different problems. And again, I would strongly suggest getting microscopes so you can see more clearly what is happening in your scalp. But from the way you describe it, it sounds like you have one issue with tightness of the scalp. That could mean that there is possibly some like let's say, for example, some imbalance in the scalp itself that you can address with moisturizing your scalp and hydrate your scalp. And then you need to work on that microinflammation as well. Like, so there is very likely 2 different problems. And if you have microscope, you could likely see that there is some redness around your follicles, and then there is a bit structure to the skin that is kind of on the dry side. Like, you would see that there is a like a lack of moisturizing onto the skin. So so on the moisturizers for the scalp, for dry scalp, so the scalp that's more dry side, you have in the workbook, like just follow step 7 in terms of specific oil application, like a spirulina oil, for example. Castor oil can be also helpful if your scalp is not kind of too unbalanced in terms of fungus. Then castor oil should be fine. And aloe vera, for example, can be also something that can help you. So first step would basically be to address your scalp environment itself. Again, like, make sure the scalp itself gets more in balance, and then address that microinflammation.
How do you think I should address the microinflammation?
Step 7, I have listed up components that helps with microinflammation. If you read step 7, so search up in the workbook, like microinflammation, it will show you what you need to focus on. So, like, how well did you follow step 3 in the workbook in terms of supplements?
Pretty. I bought the Perilla. I hope that it's a good brand. I'm here in Sweden, so it's called Alum. I think it's for allergies.
Yes,
I think it's a legit brand. But it's I use the Perilla, and I follow most of it for supplements.
So if you have any problems there, then it will cause higher DHT sensitivity. Like, it causes more microinflammation, which again will make your follicles more DHT sensitive, right? That's the kind of pathway for it. So you have to address it. So yes, and also for example, in the workbook we have step 11 as well. Have you implemented that step as well?
So I'm checking it out. Step 11.
It's more about lifestyle adjustments and optimizing your lifestyle, for example, like those things
the
also
stress. About sleep and cold showers. No, I have not implemented it yet. I tried. I have 3 kids, so the sleep is not optimal.
No, sure, I get it.
But it's something 100% I need to focus on. Do you think I should pause with the topicals, or should I continue?
You can continue. Like, right now, what topicals are you using? Minoxidil, right?
And Finasteride.
Topical Finasteride?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can continue with them. It's fine, but don't do microneedling. Like, avoid doing microneedling at this current state, because if your scalp is still out of balance, and microneedling will cause more issues. And when you restart with microneedling again, when your scalp is more in balance, then I would suggest using derma stamp that is more
Yeah.
more for dry skin type. Like if you have rollers, and it is something that will roll it, and it will cause more like a bigger pores. That again can be issue for the skin if skin is sensitive.
Okay. Great. Well, then I keep doing that also and stop with the microneedling.
Right. All right. So besides that, like yeah, anything else you want to add in terms of the workbook or in terms of how things has been for you in terms of the approach you have been doing?
No, and just I'm happy that I found the workbook, as I told you, because I wouldn't be here. I would be looking for answers